Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Donut Like, Donut Read. I am Adam, at your service. With me today, I have Julius.
Hey.
Hey, Julius, you know what time it is?
No.
It is time for more Dead Website 2000's Harvest Moon fanfiction.
Oh god, I remember the last time we did this.
You know what? Speaking of that, the last time we did this, Grim made a comment about how old the website looked. We're going to HM Farm, a website that no longer exists. I want you to look at this. Look at this beautiful piece of website right here.
Honestly, yeah, this is what they took from us. This is when the internet was, interesting. Now it's just everything looks the fucking same. It doesn't work also.
I mean, and to be fair, this old website was pretty cool. Back when, if you were a young person looking for Harvest Moon information, they had all sorts of information about the games. There was a forum, which most of the forum is lost to time, unfortunately. They also had 9 pages of fanfics. And a lot of these you cannot find anywhere. Some of them are even lost to time on Wayback Machine, but a lot of these are no longer available anywhere.
Lost media.
And I happen to find a few of them. So look at these. Let's look at this. So, today's story is called Untitled. This is by Justin.
That's ominous.
Yeah, Justin. And there's not even a description for this. It's just Untitled. It's very weird that...
At least it's rated 5 corn.
Oh, no. That's the those are the chapter indicators.
Oh,
5 pieces of corn.
okay.
No, the rating down here, the rating is actually done in cows, which you can see when you click in the story. This right now, at least on this page, at this time when it was screenshotted, from when it was in the Wayback Machine, it was rated 4.45 cows out of 10.
Oh, that's not too promising.
But this was a wild time because I told you before, everyone writing fanfiction back then, at this point in time, was either a child or a teenager. So it was wild. And the reviewers on this story aren't that bad, but the reviewers on a lot of these stories on this website in particular are unhinged. They are crazy.
Wait, are there reviews on this? Because it says review 0.
There are 2, because this was taken from the Wayback Machine, and the actual review page I have is from a different point in the Wayback Machine.
Oh, okay. I see.
So, there could also be reviews lost to time that we don't have. It's just unfortunate that's how we have to read these things. So, without further ado, we're gonna read Untitled by Justin. Chapter 1. Take it away. I guess it's me.
Yeah.
It was a cold winter night, and all I could do was run away from everything. My family, my friends, none of that mattered. All I cared about was getting to the farm. After a few hours, I finally got there.
Okay, I'm interested to find out what made him abandon everything to get to a farm.
Yeah. That's usually how these stories go. Character leaves everything behind.
I don't know. The first thing I thought of was I gotta get these fresh eggs, man. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
That's why I gotta get to the farm as quick as I can, because otherwise they're gonna be sold out.
I burst. Yeah, if you're into if you're the kind of person who likes to get locally sourced eggs, it's a very good reason to run places. I would run for locally sourced eggs. It's always great.
They got the green eggs. He wants those specifically.
Yeah. I burst through the door. "Grandpa!" I yelled. "Oh, thank God. I thought I was too late."
"What? Who's there?"
"It's me, Grandpa. Jack."
"Oh, where are your parents?"
"They're still at home. What happened?"
"Old age happened. How long has it been?"
It sounds like he's just aging rapidly as he speaks.
In real time.
"About 7 years since you came to the city."
7 years? It's been that long?
"Yes, it has. Is there anything I can do?"
Yes, Heck! Take the car and get your parents and be quick about it!
Alright, I will.
So I guess, is he dying? Is that the implication here?
I think that's the implication. I mean, common story trope, if a character coughs, that means they're about to die. No one coughs otherwise.
Okay, I'm just confused because he was just going to visit his grandpa and then told to get his parents, but he was talking about running away from everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like the author kind of forgot their story segments here. Like, it's one thing if you're rushing to go see somebody who's dying. It's one thing if you're rushing to go see somebody who's dying, but it doesn't seem like he knows that his grandpa's dying until he gets there.
Yeah.
Like, why were you... I guess he's just really excited to see him.
First he would just wanted to get away from everything, and then it was...
Yeah.
I guess that could be the case. It's just kind of weird from a narration perspective.
Yeah, it doesn't seem... It's not... The author's not... Julius, you're gonna... Look, later in the story, you're gonna look back on this part and says, that actually made a lot more sense than I gave it credit for. I promise you.
I'm afraid.
So I left. With the pedal to the floor, I drove to my house. It only took about 30 minutes. I went through the front gate. I knocked. Ma? Dad? This is you.
Oh my god. Go away! We aren't letting you back inside.
Grandpa needs to talk to you, damn it! Come out here! They came out, but they weren't too happy with the way I spoke to them.
Watch your mouth, son, or I'll watch it for you.
I've never heard that before. My father didn't like to talk to people, especially me. I guess this is me. It's not clear. The author fucked up.
No, this is... Yeah,
Yeah, this is Jack, but the author fucked up. Let's just get back to the farm.
Why? So you can go and watch him die?
Jesus. Dad, he's sick! He needs to talk to you!
Wow.
What happened here?
Do we need to see our dying... Well, I guess, do I need to see my dying father? I don't know.
Like, it's not unusual for someone to have beef with their parents, but, maybe we'd want to know more about what's happening. Why is his dad such a dickhead,
It seems like something that should have been mentioned here, but it's like... Yeah.
But you have to also remember, from this time period in fanfiction, every villain is comically evil. There is no nuanced villains. There's no shades of gray. Everyone here is like an evil bastard.
Fine, then start driving.
My mother decided to come along. We drove in silence the whole way, occasionally a cough or a sneeze, but nothing more. Finally, we reached the farm. The mayor was waiting outside.
Okay.
Good! You came! I thought you wouldn't come in time! Blah, blah, blah. Where's the old...
Who's saying that?
The old guy?
The author fucked up.
Yeah. I guess it
was supposed to be the dad. Yeah, we gotta read it like it's written. I was like, at first I was like, wait, is the author disinterested in their own story?
Yes.
I mean, we've seen stuff like that
by
before.
the way. Yes.
Okay.
Where's the old guy? Dad, don't you even care? He's your only father, just like how you're my only father. Yes, thanks for telling us how fathers work.
Shut up and wait outside. I need a minute.
Dad?
I said shut up, you little brat.
His arm came flying toward me. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Comically evil.
He has detachable arms with little rockets at the end.
It was about that time that I realized he was drunk. It took you a 30-minute car ride to realize
so long.
Did you not smell it on his breath or something? Whatever.
Yeah, I guess that means if he didn't know this before, I guess that means his father is just like this even when he's not drunk.
Yeah. Or maybe it was just hitting him because, yeah, he had never hit me before. Not even the time he caught me sniffing gasoline when I was 6. What?
What?
You know what, Justin, author? Did you sniff gasoline when you were 6? I kind of get that. I'm kind of getting that impression right now for multiple reasons. I didn't know what to think. As I waited outside with my mother, who sat there in silence, I heard screaming in the house. This is you.
What? You're giving the farm to that little shit and not me? You have got to be kidding?
I crept closer to the door to hear Grandpa speak.
He deserves it! He cares more about me than you or your brother ever did! What the hell does that have to do with anything? I'm your only living son! I have nothing else to say. Leave now.
I appreciate the authentic coughing.
Fine, I hope your spirit goes to hell. You're halfway there! Oh! Oh, shit.
Shit just got real.
I hope you'll go to hell before you die.
My father stepped through the door.
Go talk to your precious grandfather, you little shit, and you'd better get used to the scenery. You'll be here for a long time. Come on, damn it, we're leaving. Goodbye, sweetie. I'll try to visit you.
Thanks, Mom. At least one of my parents care!
Gee, at least one of my parents cares.
So I guess they took his... Wait, did they take Grandpa's car? Did they take Jack's car? Like, I don't know. Never mind. I'm not going to think about the car situation.
They came in Jack's car.
I think they came in Grandpa's car. I guess Dad is taking Grandpa's car back.
To make Dad calm down that he didn't get the farm, in exchange he gets the car. I mean, I assume the farm is worth a little more, so yeah, we can handle that.
Yeah. So his father's just gonna go drive and drunk his car home, you know.
Oh yeah.
But, okay.
Maybe the mother drives.
Yeah. They walked off. I went inside.
Are your mother and your asshole of a father gone yet?
Yes.
I want you, that one at 3, to take over the farm.
I heard.
Yeah, I know. It's my time. I have to go. Make me believe, not one at 3, I made the right decision.
He was gone. Oh, you think he just disappeared like Yoda when he died?
My planet needs me. Grandpa died on the way back to his own planet.
I will, Grandpa. I will. I walked outside. He's gone. There were now a couple dozen people outside. Wait, quotation mark? I'm so confused. I guess this is for this next line. Yeah. He said he wanted me to take over the farm. Murmurs started in the crowd. And everyone...
I can't believe it.
Everyone went to the mayor.
They're very invested into who inherits this one farm, I guess.
Yeah. In all fairness, Mineral Town has like 20 residents. Like, nothing happens in this town. Like, this is like the most trauma they've had in years. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but they gotta know how the father is. Like, if there's just 20 people, they gotta know that the other decision would have been objectively worse.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give you 3 years to get this farm on its feet. If you can't, or if you don't get along with the villagers, you're leaving. Your grandfather was a good man, so don't screw up.
Wait, so make me leave then, bitch? Like, this is my farm.
Yeah, this is actually, in all fairness to the author, this was part of the old games. Like, the old games, there was a 3-year timer to, like, reach certain milestones.
Interesting.
So, It's just
If
like
you don't do it, they just throw you out of the town.
Yeah, if you don't make the farm successful, yeah, pretty much.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. I'll try not to. Everyone left.
I'll try.
I look out into the darkened field. Well, Jack, how are you going to pull this one off? Two guys, Jeff and Doug, came by with the body bag a few minutes later. Just two guys. They're not even morticians.
Yeah.
They try to console me.
Two guys.
Yeah. I mean, they're villagers in the town, but yeah, they're not who I would expect to come to collect bodies. Whatever.
They got no morticians.
They try to console me, and I... What?
That's all. They don't have morticians in that town.
Yeah, I guess you could have to say the doctor has to
insulated
do
from
it.
the rest of the world. The doctor would have made more sense, but whatever. The
or
doctor
even the
is
priest,
too busy,
you know?
Or that. The doctor is too busy creeping after 15-year-olds or something.
Oh no, yeah. Go watch Betrayal, it's a great video. Another great story from this time period. I was beyond consoling. One minute, I have a grandparent that owns a farm with parents that loved me. They loved you?
What?
Didn't seem like they loved me. Maybe your mom does.
The mom seemed reasonable, but the dad, I don't know what happened.
Maybe like the grandfather dying, it triggered him to go insane. I don't know.
You didn't even want to see him, so it didn't seem that way.
Yeah.
You had to be convinced to even come see his dying grandparent.
It's like, Dad, come outside. No, go the fuck away.
He was like, what? You want to see that guy die? Why? Why would you do that?
The next, my grandfather was gone. I owned the farm, my father hated me, and my mother had nothing to say. Damn. Life's funny.
No, it really wasn't like that. Your father clearly hated you before, and you stated that. So it's not like that at all. Unless by the first thing I knew, I had parents that loved me. Maybe that's to imply that after his parents died, the hate got so strong that even the love they used to feel for him got like retroactively erased.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, it's really funny you're saying this, and you'll see why later.
Oh god. Oh god.
As you can see from the screenshot here from when this screenshot was taken on Wayback Machine, the rating at this point in time was 3.93 cows out of 10,
yeah.
and there were 11 reviews.
11 reviews, so
yeah.
That's even worse, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, we only have 2 reviews to read, and that'll be at the end of the story, though.
I'm afraid of what's gonna happen here.
Chapter 2. I woke up the next morning at 9 a.m., and I knew that I wouldn't
It's not the morning, it's the morning, because we're mourning the dead grandparent.
Yeah. Oh man, Justin is hitting us with some curveballs right now with some very intricate writing.
Yeah.
Next morning at 9 a.m., and I knew that I wouldn't cut it for farming life. Oh. Game over, I guess. Okay.
You didn't even try.
I walked out the door and tripped over something. Ouch! What the? Oh, it's a stray puppy. Where's your family? You all alone like me? Why don't you stay with me, and we'll keep each other company? I think I'll call you Todd. Is that okay? He looked at my face in approval. I'll take that as a yes.
Moving really fast.
Yeah.
A stray puppy doesn't have a family. It's almost like that's the definition of stray.
Yeah. I carried Todd with me to town. I met the villagers and bought some seeds. I found the mayor at town square. Hey, mayor, what's up? Oh, hello, Jake. What the fuck is Jake? Great start. The man's grandfather just died. His dad abandoned him, and you're just calling him by the wrong name. Good job.
Look, he's a busy man with all those 20 inhabitants to care for.
I was just walking around town taking in nature. How are you? I mean, after everything that happened.
Man, being the mayor of this town sure seems to be an easy job.
It really is. I'm okay. Do you know when the funeral is?
Wouldn't you know that? Like, what? Is
just
it
got
the
there and fell
city's
asleep, you
sole
know.
responsibility to organize the funeral?
I mean, it's like you said, the mayor has a really easy job. He may as well take on funeral director,
I
too.
guess, yeah.
You know?
Funeral duty.
I mean, what the fuck else is he doing? Yes, it's at 12 noon on the 5th of Mother's Hill. And today is...
What?
Wait, what?
Today is what?
Yeah.
I guess
I don't
today
know.
just
He's
is.
asking
It
what
is
the
what
day
it
is,
is.
but he didn't ask a question.
I guess,
yeah. And today is the 2nd. He's in the church if there's anything you have to do. Thanks, Mayor. I'll go there right now. I ran to the church.
Okay.
He just runs everywhere. He ran to his grandfather's house. He's running the church. He's getting his steps in. I'll tell you that. I tied Todd up outside and went in. This is me also, okay? Hello, welcome to the church. I'm Priest Carter. Your grandfather is right over there. It's calling hours or something. Okay. Jeez.
Wait,
Thank you.
but he's like just lying in a church, not in like a crypt or anything, just in a church.
I'm assuming he's like in the casket and they're doing calling hours.
Probably,
where people go to see the body. I'm assuming that's what this is, because it makes no sense otherwise.
Yeah.
Thank you. I walked slowly over to my grandfather's body. Jack's subconscious. Why?
Was this written by Enderman's girl? Dream real?
Yeah. What? If this is subconscious, that means he can't even think about it. This isn't even what's going through his head. It's like beyond what he can perceive.
You know, you could have just written, as I looked at my grandfather, at my grandpa's dead body, thoughts were like running through my head, and then the next paragraph would have been a bit more. It would have felt a bit more organic than Jack subconscious, then one paragraph, and then end out subconscious.
Well, you'd think that, but again, this is like back in 2002, so no one knew how to write back then. Grandpa, why did you have to go? Maybe it's because of me? Or is it because of Dad?
She said old age. That's how it works.
Well, if Jack had visited him more often, he would have aged slower, obviously.
Why would you think
So
it's
it's his
because
fault.
of me? Like, clearly he liked you. He gave you the farm.
Yeah. To be fair, there weren't many other options. Whoever it was, it doesn't matter. But why didn't you give your own son the farm?
Was it
Was
because
it because you...
No,
he was a
go
fucking
on
dickhead.
first. Yeah.
Was it because you thought I was the only one that could save the farm? You left too many questions unanswered. All I know is that I'm not ready to cope with this. Everything is against me, and nobody is here to help. Well, I have to go. I can't stand to see you like this for any longer. This isn't what happens to the person's subconscious.
Asking... yeah, Are you gonna ask anyone for help, maybe, then?
No.
Like, the mayor didn't seem against you. He was like... He seemed pretty cheerful when he saw you.
Well, Julius, in America, we all have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and run the farm on our own.
Harvest Moon, if it was set in America.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon as written by Darman. And then Jack just pulled himself up by the bootstraps. He became the most successful farmer ever. And then his dad comes crawling back and is like, hey, you sure seem successful now. Got a little change. Business is going as it used to. And then Jack is like, haha, so you see. Anyway.
Thank you, priest. Come back at any time. God always welcomes you.
You'll join him soon.
God always welcomes you. I'm not a big fan, though. I untied Todd and went back to the square. Okay, so executive decision here. we're going to skip a lot of this next part because this is something that a lot of authors in Harvest Moon did back in the day, where they describe things like in a very mundane and clinical sense of like what happens in the games. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where believe it or not, when people usually write Harvest Moon stories, they don't typically write about the actual farming that much because that's boring. Like, it really is. You know? Like, unless you can do it in a funny and interesting way, which I've seen it done before. But this isn't it.
I mean, you could, like, come up with stories that maybe don't happen in the game, but happen on actual farms that are, like, mildly interesting.
Yeah, actually, one of my favorite Harvest Moon stories ever, like, there is a whole chapter about the farmer having, like, a Caddyshack rivalry with the groundhog tearing up his farm. Like, it's kind of funny. Like, it didn't happen in the games, but it's kind of funny how they do it in the story. But that's not what's happening here. So, he gets a horse... His tools are shit. He needs to upgrade them. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's really... This is where most of the stories go to die. Like, a lot of the stories on this website do a chapter like this, and it's so boring. So...
Yeah, I'm gonna write a Portal 2 fanfic where, like, one chapter is entirely like... Then I placed the blue portal on that panel, and then I placed the orange portal on that exact panel. Then I jumped into that pit... at that exact angle. I got the cube, put it on the switch to turn off the emancipation grill and blah blah blah.
Yeah. You know, Spooky wrote a troll fiction for Fallout like that, pretty much. So, but he's forgiven though, because he was obviously trolling people. This isn't it. This was in earnest.
I should put that in the Yik troll fig I started writing. There should be a chapter where it's like a very dry description of how the fighting system works in that game. Although that would require me to remember how that system works. I don't think it would actually fit because the joke was supposed to be the author doesn't know what happens in the game that well.
The next day was the day before the funeral. Because of that, I'd have to spend the whole day at the church. I finished watering the crops and caring for my horse and dog in about an hour. I threw on my old church clothes that my mother sent with the money and set out to the church. The whole day was watching the villagers walk in, cry because of my grandfather, and then leave. It was a sad day.
I didn't cry, just watch other people cry.
Yeah. He doesn't cry, he's too much of a man to cry. Only watching other people cry.
Boys don't cry.
The funeral wasn't any better. He was buried in the center of the summit of Mother's Hill. It lasted for 7 hours. The burial?
What, the burial? Took really
they were digging
long
with
to
little,
dig that hole.
beach shovels.
Well, actually, but at a funeral, you don't dig the hole in real time, right? I would have assumed the hole would have been dug out beforehand, and then you do the funeral. It doesn't make much sense otherwise.
In all fairness, that's not what the author said. The author just said that it lasted 7 hours, vaguely.
I guess it's supposed to mean the funeral itself, including, like, everything.
Yeah, maybe it was funeral and calling hours. It's not clear.
Yeah.
I only stayed for about 5. I couldn't stand it. Life began to suck even more than it did before.
Also, now I'm seeing the cow rating system, and I like it. That's just...
Yeah,
again, remember what they took from you.
Yeah. In all fairness, it's
good.
Really... It's good that most modern fanfic websites don't have a rating system.
Yeah.
I think people can be unnecessarily cruel. Like, people can already be mean enough to you in your review section as it is.
You're probably right, yeah.
Yeah, but this is adorable, though. I do appreciate the 3.93 out of 10 cows. So, okay. Chapter 3. Months passed. I had 10 chickens, 5 cows, and 3 sheep. Wow. Gray married Mary. Rick married Karen.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah. No story here. Nothing we know. And Kia, supposed to be called Kai, married Potpourri.
No, I'm sure he meant the car brand, Kia.
Yeah. Potpourri got married to the car brand. It was a really strange ceremony. I really didn't like any of them. Wow, fuck off.
Then why do you even tell us about who the fuck they married? I didn't need to know, to begin with.
We don't even know why you don't like them. Like, they're perfectly fine people.
I know who they are, even. Are they related to you? Are they just random schmucks? Like, why did you tell me about this?
You know, maybe Jack's a lot like his dad
people.
after all.
Maybe, yeah. Like father, like son.
Ellie was the one for me.
Cool.
We became friends and started dating. We did everything together. Like, no, off screen, of course.
Yeah.
There's no cute romance phase.
Yeah. Just gloss over the stuff that could have been interesting or cute. It's just like... And then I got a girlfriend, and we did like the girlfriend and boyfriend stuff that you do, you know.
Yeah. 90% of Harvest Moon fanfictions are about cute, fluffy romances. And this,
Not
like,
this
no,
one,
we're just
though.
gonna skip that part.
This isn't your sister's favorite Harvest Moon story. This is for real men. They don't care about...
We don't talk about romance here.
Sissy stuff like romance, yeah. We care about asshole dads and marrying cars.
We did everything together. Festivals, birthdays, you know, all that stuff.
Well...
That you won't get to know any more about. Finally, on the 24th of winter, which is the time period system here, I asked her to marry me. She said yes. If she didn't say yes, then why would I have spent a good 2 minutes typing this? That took you 2 minutes to type?
Yeah, what?
I guess this was a kid, probably. They probably were really slow typing it. I mean, you could have also spent 2 minutes typing it to say, I asked her to marry me and she turned me down and it broke my heart, but you know.
Yeah,
whatever.
Typing with one finger.
Yeah, they definitely are a pecker on their keyboard, so you know. Anyway, so the day of the wedding came. My father, the drunken bastard, and my mother couldn't make it. That's probably for the best.
That bastard.
The ceremony didn't take long, only 30 minutes, but it seemed like an eternity. Are you bored at your own wedding? He is just like his dad.
He invited all these people that got married before that he didn't even like. He was like, oh, I have to spend time with those people I don't like, but I invited anyway.
Finally, as we walked down the aisle, Doug burst through the door. Jack, I have some bad news. What? What happened? I don't know how to tell you this, so I'll just say it. Your mother was murdered last night. And she was stabbed. And your father is nowhere to be found.
So he did it. Great.
Yeah. He killed her. Jack, nobody knows for sure if... I know, Doug! He killed her! I know it! I mean, usually the spouse is like the biggest suspect, right?
I mean, we have 20 people in this town. Who else would have done it?
Yeah, his parents don't even live in this town.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how Doug found out. Maybe Doug and his mom were besties or something.
I guess, yeah.
I ran out of the church to Mother's Hill. The name is an odd coincidence, huh? No. That's not really a coincidence at all, but okay. Jack, come back here. I arrived at Mother's Hill. My father was at the edge, staring down.
What? He came back to the site of the murder? After he did it? Because he was nowhere to be found before, which implies he went back. I guess he really wanted he really wanted to be confronted about this. He, went back so he could wait for the son to confront him, because he knew he would come.
Yeah, you know, in all fairness, though, at least this story isn't framed like a murder mystery like Goodnight Moon was.
Yeah.
Why did you kill her, Dad?
Why do you think? She was getting in the way of my plans, you little twit.
Ellie came walking up the hill.
What plans?
Yeah, Dad, this doesn't make any sense. Why kill her? Not a question.
Yeah, Dad, you're being a real dingus right now. You're being a real stupid baka right now. This doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna ding you on my fanfic sins counter, Dad. Parenting sin. Oh, that's right, you don't know. As you know, she was your mother. Yeah, I would assume he knew that. But you don't know how your uncle, my brother, died, do you?
I don't care right now. You killed my mom. I remember asking time after time, but no, you never told me. How did he die? Oh my god. Okay, Julius, get ready. This is your...
Okay.
Look at this big paragraph for you.
Well, your mother was what historians call a person of strange quality. Historians? What? Strange quality? Okay, maybe this will ring a bell. No, I wouldn't. That doesn't mean anything. That's so fucking vague. Like, historians? So my mom was she like a big politician without my knowledge or what? Like, why would historians even care about her? What? Does the word ancient mean anything to you? It should.
Oh no, is this a Sonic Boom crossover?
Oh my god. I mean, after all, your mother was one. Was she like a deep one? My brother fell in love with her, and they were married and decided to have kids. Just before you were born, your real father came down with a mysterious virus that nobody had ever seen. The day before you were born, he died. I decided to take the role of your father in this play, a play where your final scene will be coming very soon. Well, now all I have to explain is how I found out what your mother was. I always knew she was responsible for my brother's death. Somehow, someway, I knew it. We had a plan to take the farm, the holy ground of all things. Didn't know that, did you? Your mother knew that and implanted the virus in my brother. It was all in this book, your mother's diary. When I found out the day your wedding was, I figured, let's rid myself of the big problem and make my nephews miserable at the same time. So that leads us to now, the day when everything changes. Is there anything that I've left unsaid? Yeah, quite a lot actually. Oh yes, the ancients. If I can manage to find and destroy the remaining ancients, can you please explain first what the fucking ancients are? You can't just drop that on me like I know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know what that fucking means. Like, what is an ancient? Is she like a deep one from Innsmouth or some shit? Is she literally Cthulhu? And how does that factor in your plan? Okay.
And how does that factor into the fact this is supposed to be... This is, the premise of this story so far is that this is just a regular farming story. Like, maybe his dad's an asshole. That's not super uncommon in stories back then. This is such a sharp right turn.
We went from just, like, normal slice of life stuff to just straight up, like, Lovecraft shit or something.
Yeah, like, I'll say this. There's another story on this website that involves time travel, and it's weird because time travel doesn't happen in Harvest Moon, but it's at least introduced in a way where it, like, eases you into this plot point. This is like, oh, by the way...
If I told you about the ancients, my son. It's riveting stuff, really. If I can manage to find and destroy the remaining ancients and use the spell of death before the ancients are reborn through Gaia... I would just like to know that at the time I wrote this, I just came back from the Final Fantasy movie, and this should be... and this should be the only part of any Final Fantasy game or movie besides the ancient that I used in the story. Thank you. This is from Final Fantasy? What? The spirit of all things, eternal peril is unleashed upon everything. That means, let's see, I killed your mother 5 hours ago, so I have 66 hours to find the 5 remaining ancients. But first, I leave you with this. I will not kill you now, but I will warn you. Your death is soon, very soon. Let's just say that your life is the least of my concerns. Here's the body of your mother. Do whatever you wish. Bury her, cremate or whatever. Goodbye for now. After a great flash of light, he was gone. Got the clothing. Quotes. So, they just randomly put in some Final Fantasy shit. Wow, this really is like Yik. This is like Alex wrote it. This is like in Yik where there's randomly Aerith in one of the scenes. Like true Yik heads will know what I'm talking about. There's a scene in the game Yik where there's just randomly Aerith in one of the scenes. It seems like not connected to anything, but it's because the main character is into Final Fantasy and he just inserted that into the narrative he's like weaving. So this is kind of like that. The narrator saw the Final Fantasy movie and was like, what if I just randomly introduced the random concept from Final Fantasy into one of my slice of life Harvest Moon fanfics with like no rhyme or reason?
Do you think that the author was just writing a story and then they saw that movie and decided to put it in as opposed to like this was their idea from the start?
Yeah, honestly, I do think that's what's going on here. It has to be that.
Yeah, also, if I were to buy into this nonsense for just a minute, he has 66 hours to find the 5 remaining ancients. If he doesn't know who they are, he might have just screwed himself over big time. Like, yeah. That could be anybody, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I guess maybe the 5 remaining ancients are all in the town where Jack is from. That has 20 people in them, so in it, so like the chances aren't that bad in that case.
Well, whatever the case. Well, let's see. First, my grandfather dies, and my father becomes an alcoholic. Then, half a year later, on the day I'm supposed to get married, my father kills my mother in a drunken rage and comes out with the strangest story ever told and leaves. Ellie, slap me. I must be asleep.
Did that just literally happen to me? But this really was ahead of its time, wasn't it?
She did, it hurt, but nothing came back into focus. Okay, scratch that theory. Now what?
You don't believe what your uncle said?
Why would anybody?
Yeah.
I guess he did just teleport away, you know.
I guess, yeah.
Ellie.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Something bullshit is happening,
so
right?
much to take in that I already forgot that he teleported away in a flash of light. It didn't process. I read it, but it didn't process.
Ellie, didn't you just hear me tell you that he's a drunk? Not a question. I'll say it slow so you understand. My, not one of the 3, father, not one of the 3 is, and not one of the 3, drunk. Did you understand that? Bro,
he really
you're about to get married to her.
Kind of insufferable protagonist.
Yeah. Ellie, get out while you still can.
Didn't you understand what I said, My father's right behind me now, isn't he? You really think I'm that stupid?
I don't know what to think right now. Okay, everything is against me.
Oh, woe is me.
Oh.
I only got my hot wife with me. Oh.
I guess, he's still grieving over his mother and trying to take in that paragraph long of bullshit he just was told.
And a negative attitude will help because why?
I just need to sleep on it, okay? We'll discuss this tomorrow, okay? Okay. How about you go tell somebody that your mom's dead?
I mean, they already know. Someone else told him.
Yeah.
Well, they probably already know.
Tell the authorities, call home and say, oh, by the way, my dad killed my mom. Here's where he lives.
You should call the police and say, yeah, I found out my dad just confessed to me and also he can teleport now, so you should watch out for that. Look for a teleporting man, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry too much about the teleportation thing. That's just because he's a drunk. Drunks are known to be able to teleport. Just comes with the territory.
Is there a superhero who gets powers from being drunk, like how Snowflame gets power from cocaine?
That almost like sounds like a thing that could exist, but not to my knowledge.
Yeah. There is a canonical DC character, Snowflame, who gets his superpowers from cocaine.
Then
I
there
am not
has
making
to
that
be
shit up.
at least one superhero that gets his powers by being drunk.
Yeah. Chapter 4. Everything began to fall into a nice pattern. It had been a year since my grandfather died, and I hadn't heard from my parents since that night. Yeah, if you're wondering why this doesn't...
No, did we reset just now? What happened?
No, this is chapter 4. That was chapter 3. This is chapter 4. The village was friendly and supportive, and I liked it.
Nice.
The barn was full. Karen hooked me up with Ellie the day before, and I was going to meet up with her at the beach.
Oh my god, did the author really fuck up?
Yes.
Did they... Like, what happened here? Did they forget what they were writing in the last chapter? Even though that was, like, the most substantial thing that has been in the story so far?
Yeah, I think
the thing you would remember most writing?
What I bet was happening was the author was writing chapter 4, and then they saw the Final Fantasy movie. I'm like, okay, scratch that. I'm going to put this part in. Now I have to go back and do this part now, as opposed to, like, rearranging my story, Also, you talk about how he didn't like Karen, but apparently Karen set him up with Ellie. I don't know why he got a problem with her. Well,
yeah, who
whatever.
knows?
She was at the water edge, staring out into the water. Hey, what's going on, Ellie?
Not 3.
Elle, is anything wrong?
My grandma's is sick. My grandma is sick, and the doctor doesn't know what it is.
Not 1, not 3.
Not 1 or 3.
How long has she been sick?
She's looked pale for the past month, and today she couldn't get out of bed.
Do you think she'll be okay?
I don't know. She's getting real old, though. She'll be 90 next year.
That's how old my grandfather was when he,
Are you still upset about it?
Yeah, I am, bitch. I mean, I've mostly gotten over it, but I really want to be with him.
Are you talking about my grandpa dying or about the, whole ancient one killing my mother business that my father did, which totally did happen last chapter?
Yeah. It's...
That's probably what will happen to me when my grandma dies. I can't think of life without her.
Well, I hope she comes out without any problems. If anything happens, you can come to me. I'm experienced in helping people try to help me. What?
In having people try to help me, okay.
I am such a useless piece of shit, Ellie. I'll make you feel better. You'll feel competent because you helped me.
Thanks, Jack. If anything happens, I'll come to you.
Well, it's getting late, and I have to start work early tomorrow, so I'll talk to you later, Ellie.
Jack.
Yay?
Would you mind, not 1 or 3? Just standing here with me a little while longer?
Can I ask why?
Well, I just need someone here with me a little longer.
Okay, I'll stay a little longer. I think you should know why.
Yeah.
She's clearly very upset.
No, he really is like your classic asshole protagonist. He's like, did that just happen? It's like, let me spell it out for you, my wife. And now he's like, well, you want me to stay here? Why? Thought we were done here, Jesus.
We just stood on the pier and looked out at the water for half an hour. I walked her back to her house and got to bed. The next morning... Oh, there he's sad again. Okay.
Morning.
I woke up... He's still mourning. It's been... It never stops. You never really stop mourning the death of a loved one, you know? I woke up and started my morning routine of feeding the animals.
My morning routine of mourning.
Yeah. He's just so sad. This job makes him sad. I mean, I guess it was his grandfather's farm, so everything just reminds him of him, you know?
Yeah.
I was just making lunch when the phone rang. It was the doctor.
Ellie's grandmother passed away last night. She wanted me to call you down here.
Okay.
Okay.
I grabbed my coat and left. I got to the clinic 10 minutes later. Ellie was crying and I tried to calm her down. I knew how she felt. I had experienced it many times before. Once for every grandparent.
Okay.
The one time. I guess once for every grandparent and my uncle.
The one who died of the virus, which definitely was
also
explained in the last chapter. That was not just a weird hallucination we had.
It was a long time before, until she stopped crying. We talked and I explained that everything happened for a reason. That's not a good thing to say to somebody when they lose a loved one.
Yeah,
that's like
I hate
the
that
worst thing
fucking
you can
logic.
say to somebody.
Don't say that to people. It's also... No, it's just bullshit. Don't say that.
Even if you believe in that, don't tell somebody that after their loved one just died. That is is very unempathetic.
Yeah.
That's you trying to fix the problem, and you can't. That her death happened that day for a reason. Oh, fuck you. Eventually, she said she felt better and thanked me for my support. She got up and left. Over the next few months, we started to get to know each other. She told me about her past, and I told her about mine. After a long time of talking with each other and going to festivals together, we decided to get married. It was set for the middle of fall.
Nice.
All right. You ready for the grand finale?
This is where the dad explains his master plan of the time reset he did. Where you see you can't stop me getting the ancient ones if you're reliving the last year in a time loop over and over. Meanwhile, I'm here in the future and no one's here to stop me. Ha 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 ha. That would almost be a cool plot twist if that actually happened.
We'll see. Because, Chapter 5. The weeks before the wedding flew by. She moved her things into my house and I showed her what a normal day would be like. We were going to be really happy together. Then the day of the wedding came. The ceremony wasn't long. I wasn't bored this time.
This time it went better. See, that's how he's gonna escape the time loop. This time he's doing the wedding better.
It wasn't like a wedding back in the city that had 4-hour rehearsals and a 2-hour service and a reception. Have you ever been to a wedding rehearsal that was 4 hours long?
I haven't, to be honest, I haven't been to many weddings at all, so I can't really talk on that, but...
Unless you're doing like some sort of super intricate dance number, wedding rehearsals usually don't last that long.
Yeah, it does sound excessive. Like, what exactly are you rehearsing for 4 hours?
It took half an hour for the service with no rehearsal and no reception. I don't know, maybe you should have some rehearsal, 10 minutes even, whatever.
And half an hour sounds like short for a wedding. Don't you spend the day, somewhere? Don't you make this some kind of celebration?
Yeah, no reception.
Half an hour, that's nothing.
Yeah, so... Fun fact, my wedding ceremony was 15 minutes long. We had a very short ceremony, but we did have a party afterwards. We didn't just send everybody home.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting the ceremony itself to take that long, but you're just half an hour ceremony, then it's over.
Yeah.
That sounds like, I don't know.
This is like the old Jack. He just wanted to get it over with. This is just an obligation to him.
Wedding's more intricate than this. I don't know. Have a little respect for yourself and your marriage.
Just as we were walking to the house from the church, Doug called out for me. Jack, I've got some bad news. What is it? Jack, your mother was killed earlier today. Your father was nowhere to be found.
Am I having a deja vu?
It is a freaking time loop.
It really is. I was right.
Yeah. It's just like Frightened, that Harry Potter story we read. This inexplicable time loop.
I was thinking of that, yeah. And just like in Frightened, this is well, so far this has been word for word the same thing, but the next thing isn't, so I don't know what happened there. It's not exactly like Frightened, because that was just the same chapter posted 2 times, but one time it wasn't formatted properly.
Well, I didn't say anything. My body just started to run. Run to Mother's Hill. Run to my grandfather's grave.
This time I didn't talk about how ironic the name Mother's Hill was.
There was my father standing there. He was laughing, looking down at his father's grave, pissing on it. Well, he wasn't actually doing that, but it would have been funnier, honestly. Without even looking up, he knew I was there. He was speaking cold and slow.
So, Jack, still in the time loop, I mean. So, Jack, it wasn't that hard to know that it was me that killed her, was it?
Why did you kill her?
Why? That's an interesting thing to ask, but tell me, didn't you feel some hate for her? Just wanting to kill her? No.
No.
Why would I?
I never wanted to kill her. Never!
You, on the other hand, I mean, she was like explicitly the parent who was nice to me, so I don't know why you would expect me to want to kill her. It doesn't really. You don't know how this thing with like liking and disliking people goes, huh? Oh, come on, I found this journal of yours. It shows your hatred. Isn't this true? Is it? Is it true? He doesn't say what. He doesn't say doesn't it. He says, isn't this true? Like he's Jonathan Frakes beyond belief. Could Jack really have harbored hatred for his own mother? Or were we just messing around with you? It's true. Similar events happened. Somewhere, I bet.
I only wrote in that when you pissed me off. It doesn't say anything about her in there.
So it didn't.
Yeah.
So you do remember the hatred you felt? That's the hatred I feel for you, Jack. So wait, the way he said this doesn't even... So he's like, well, didn't you also want to kill her? And he's like, no, but I hated you. And then he's like, see, that's how I felt about her. No, he doesn't even say that's how I felt about her and that's why I killed her. It says that's how I feel about you. Like, what?
Julius, I just realized something. Why does this explanation make even less sense than the last one?
Yeah, what? Also, why is this... No, I want to see where this goes first. Do we get some stuff about the ancients again, or is that just like entirely thrown out the window?
We'll find out.
The hatred of you taking the farm from me. The hatred of every time you've ever tried to outsmart me. Do you remember that? No, I don't. When did he outsmart you?
The way his dad talks, it sounds like people outsmart him a lot.
Being nicer, by the way, Jack said being nicer to your father, his grandpa, that doesn't count as outsmarting you. Just because you lost doesn't mean you were outsmarted. Because you were the one who chose to be a dick to your grandma, so that's not him outsmarting you. That's just him being a slightly better person.
How dare he not be a piece of shit like me?
Oh, bested again! In a battle of the wits! Why did I think of being nicer to my grandpa so I would inherit the farm? I can't believe it! This little rascal, he's done it again!
It really is that meme of the bicycle spokes and the stick of the guy who knocks himself over.
It is exactly that. Down to a T.
First of all, I didn't take the farm from you. You didn't deserve it. You never showed him any respect. Second, don't try to tie my hatred to you into your hatred for life.
What? What is that sentence? Come on, Jake, join me. Together we can fix this world. we can obliterate the way of life that has treated me unfairly, but it has... Why would I? It hasn't treated me unfairly. Why would you even offer me that? What do you expect from me?
How do you expect to fix the world?
Farm. Why would I join you in your crusade against me? You just said that you hated me, and that's why you killed my mother. So why would I join you in your plan to like be a dick to me? What?
Or like he's just like, fix this world. Like, what are you talking about? Like, in this version of the conversation, there's nothing about the ancients. There's nothing about some prophecy.
Yeah, also that the fixing the world thing that just doesn't connect. None of this connects to anything. He was like, why did you kill my mother? Because I hated you. Like, what? He doesn't even say because of you. He just said, well, you know I hated you. Like, what? That's not an explanation. That's just unconnected. And then he's like, join me in my quest to rid the world. Like, what are you talking about? You're just changing your motivations by the second.
No, Jack was right in chapter 3. He is just a drunk. Honestly.
Yeah, he is just a drunk. That's the only explanation for this shit.
You must be crazy if you think I'll join you.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah. By now, the whole town was standing behind me. My father pulled out a revolver and aimed it toward me. He pulled the trigger. All I felt was the sharp pain of the bullet hitting my flesh. Then, total freedom of pain. My father had already turned the gun on himself and committed suicide. Ellie was by my side. She was the last sight I saw before my vision blacked out. Now I'm up in heaven. Jesus Christ. I watched over the village, watch over Ellie. My father isn't there, and it doesn't surprise me. Ellie has taken over the farm, and it's running pretty well. Why would she want to do that, though? Like, even if it becomes hers because you guys got married, she's a nurse. That's what her profession is. Why would she want to suddenly become a farmer? Whatever.
Someone has to care for the animals, and that's like, I don't know, can sell the farm, I guess.
Yeah, impossible. As for the people up here, let's just say that my grandfather and I have finally been reunited. I guess not his mom. The end.
What a weird way to end a story. Especially because, like, apart from... We had, like, the introduction, then we had one chapter of just boring nothing. Then we had that ancient stuff. Then we went back to, like, relatively boring stuff. Then we had the rehash of the father scene, but without the ancient shit from Final Fantasy. And then it's just, and then I died, and the story is over. Like, this doesn't feel like, I don't know, this doesn't feel like there was even really a story here. This feels like nothing was achieved. This just feels like nothing.
Yeah, like...
Which just feels weird to say when there was such a batshit insane, like, part, like, sandwiched in between, but then it just didn't matter. It just got retconned. And then it just ended in the most boring way ever. Like, it's at least the ancient shit, at least it would have been the setup for, like, a plot, an exciting plot. And then the new version is, like, just like, then he killed me. The end of the story. Like, what? That's not... It's like, this should like become exciting now that things are happening, and then it just ends.
Yeah. The fact is, though, like, the author could have done something with this, like, in terms of, like, his dad being a real asshole. That could have been a plot point in a regular Harvest Moon story with a lot of drama involved in it. It's been done before. It's been done before and kind of worked before. It didn't work here because it made no freaking sense, and there was no build, there was no development. We have no reason to really care about Jack. His relationship with Ellie is kind of just shoehorned in, you know?
It's like, it makes you wonder what was the main point of the story, like, what? Because, like, somehow all of these, like, pieces that don't fit together, none of them feel like they were the main focus of attention. You know what I'm saying? you have all these elements that don't go together, but also none of them feel like this is what the author really wanted to write, because all of them are somehow half-assed.
Yeah. Like, they should have just written 2 stories at this point. One, a, like, Harvest Moon Final Fantasy mix, and one just a regular Harvest Moon story. Like, just do that instead.
Another story that we read that was just a bunch of pieces that didn't fit together into a coherent story was Dark/Ness, the cat. But in that, the difference is in that, I felt like the pieces that didn't fit together, they were just what Enderman's Girl wanted to write at that time. But here, every piece of it feels like, I don't know, weirdly half-assed. Like, this last segment was so short, the segments before the Slice of Life stuff felt half-assed too. The Final Fantasy stuff was just immediately abandoned. At least, like, Enderman's Girl, when she had, like, her weird little plot points that she stole from either Twilight or somewhere else, at least she did them for, like, at least a chapter, and they felt, like, longer than any of these.
Yeah.
And usually they were, like, multiple chapters at least.
I would give Enderman's Girl this too. Like, obviously Dark/Ness the cat was nonsense.
Yeah,
but even
obviously.
then, there was still at least some level of consistency in the plot, where, like, when Shadow died, he didn't fully come back to life until he was resurrected. He didn't just randomly come back to life, or
she didn't
time
just
wasn't
reset the story to where Shadow wasn't there. Well, I guess there were elements that did feel... Well, actually, we say that, but there was also a moment in Dark/Ness the cat that had a weird reset. The one where she grew wings. Remember when she grew wings?
Yeah.
And then they reacted to her growing the wings? And then there was a scene where somehow everyone reacted to the wings as if everyone was seeing them for the first time again.
Yeah, that's just Enderman's Girl not being a good writer, though. So
that's probably just Enderman's Girl forgetting what she wrote in the last chapter.
Yeah.
Then again, maybe that was what happened here.
But we're gonna look at the reviews. Even though there were multiple reviews, we only have 2 because of when the Wayback Machine captured it, and it was pretty early on in the story because it must have been early in the story when they were taken. So reviews. Minako says, "Don't have him cuss like that. Use something like this. _ and ! Trust me, I really don't care for stories with unbleeped cussing."
What are you referring to even? How many? There weren't many cusses in this story.
They did swear a few times, but at the same time, like, that's a really weird review to leave. Like, I don't like that you put swearing in there. That's not your choice.
Don't read it.
Yeah, like, that's the least of what this author did wrong. It's not even... The author didn't even do anything wrong with that.
Go read stories that have no conflict then.
Yeah.
Go read Dora the Explorer or something. Wow, this has a lot of detail. I like the story, but I wish you would write more. Did it have much detail? Because I think at many points it didn't have much detail at all. Except in the boring parts where they describe
the boring parts that we
life.
Skipped over because they weren't good for anything in the story.
Maybe that was what this person actually wanted to write. And then they were like, oh man, but I gotta have some conflict or else people will think I'm boring. So I guess I can put this little tidbit from Final Fantasy in to create drama. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's just... I don't know, let's just have the dead kill him. I don't want to write this anymore.
Yeah, it really does seem like they got bored of it. Obviously, if you manage to somehow find Justin, well, don't even bother doing that. You can't review the story, thankfully, but don't go searching for Justin. He's probably, like, in his 40s now. He's probably, like, an accountant or something.
Yeah.
He doesn't need this shit. And there's more where that came from. This website is a gold mine, honestly. But, yeah. You can check us out on Discord. We're a lot of fun. And you can suggest stories there.
If you find any funny bad stories like this, or even other bad media like movies, then feel free to look at our request form and drop that in, and we might cover it at a later point. And remember, If you do not like, then do not read. Bye.
Later!